Hey guys, welcome.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you hear us now?
Yeah, man, it sounds really good.
Okay, excellent. Sorry,
It looks good too.
sorry for being late. We had some technical difficulties, but we overcame it, so it's okay.
Yeah, you're all good, man. We were just talking about General Radix crypto consensus chat. It's all good. Let me just introduce everyone to the show officially, and then I'll hand it over to Ray. So I just want to say hello to everyone. Excuse me. Just want to say hello to everyone. This is Radix Radio 24. We're here with Shai Solomon and Ray from Reizor Music. They got a lot of cool stuff to talk about today. They're doing some really awesome tech in the EDM, like music industry, and also relates to some interactions with Radix. Before I do that, I'd just like to say to anybody listening, make sure you do your own due diligence when investing. Uh, we all love Radix. We all like Reizor. So we're going to talk about that stuff and just keep that in mind. Be careful, it's unprecedented, like global conditions with the war in Ukraine and the economy. But at the same time, we're doing cool shit and we like to talk about it and show off what we're up to. So having said that, just going to hand it over to Ray. Maybe you can introduce yourself and Shai, and then we'll kind of take it from there.
Yeah, appreciate that. Thank you so much. So I'm Ray. I'm here with Shai with Reizor Music. Basically, we found out, or let me rephrase that. We were talking about this music project for quite a while, and a big thing when it comes to experiencing concerts, experiencing music in general is that you're always a passive fan. You're always listening to it passively, right? Putting on some headphones, you're listening. You're going to a concert, you're listening and you're dancing, but you're not really interacting with things very much. So, Shai and a couple of his friends, and later me as well, started having these conversations over how do we make the music industry more active, both for artists and for fans. And what we ended up coming up with is Reizor Music. It's basically a way to be more active at concerts, be able to interact with artists more, be able to get more perks from venues, and all of it comes through our platform, which is going to be on Radix.
And you guys are pretty legit. Like, I've looked up some of your stuff on LinkedIn. I kind of talked to Shai on a conference call like a month ago. I don't know, like I can't guarantee anybody that anything is a safe investment, but when I talked about your project, it sounds pretty awesome, and we're gonna get into the details of like what it is soon. Can you give me just like before we dive into it? Can you just give me a brief overview, and then we'll kind of segue into some other stuff?
Brief overview of Razer.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very simple. So by making the experience an active experience, basically Razer's having a lot of different features in order to make you enjoy your music experience better. So and eventually it's going to go into other media. So we're going to have exclusive 360, 3D, and VR videos. You're going to get the perspective or the point of view from the DJ booth or from the stage. Besides that, there's going to be a lot of interactions with artists. We're going to eventually have features where you can use your tokens and I wouldn't call it staking, but you can lock those tokens in order to vote at venues. Like, for example, let's say you can vote what shirt an artist will wear or what the set is going to be. It's going to be a lot of cool things like that. And we're working with a lot of artists over there. Besides that, we're going to have perks at venues, special access, uh, being able to interact with the artists. We're going to be giving away a lot of tickets. So lots of cool things in store.
So let's take that from. Tell me about how you met Shai, and maybe Shai wants to maybe want to introduce Shai, and kind of let's get a little bit into him because he's super interesting, and I kind of want to know about like the origin stories a little bit.
Yeah. First of all, thank you for having us on the show.
Oh man, it's great. Thank you.
And yeah, as Ray said, I'll continue and we'll add some more that the Reizor platform, beside all the unique features that it will have for the user and for the artist to be on Reizor platform, we also gonna have a lot of exclusive content that we are filming in different events, festivals, different genres of music, so the user can enjoy all this experience, recorded content in a 360, and also in different point of views that will be edited um, from the DJ area, from the crowd, from the backstage. A lot of different point of views that usually the user don't get to see. And I was at some point also one of those guys that always wanted to see behind the DJ booth and wanted to see what's going on behind the scene, that the usual participant is getting when he's coming into this concert. Another cool thing that we're gonna have is the live stream 360. Um, as far as I know now, we will be maybe the first one to do it. Again, as far as I know, we already have the technology implemented into the website, and we're gonna have um, the first concert in 360 live on October 7th from London, with collaboration with Illuminati Production, that we're already in collaboration with. Again, this is something that is planned, and it looks like it's actually going to happen. But until it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We have multiple collaboration with artists, different venues, clubs, and production companies to do this 360 live stream in the near future. And also they're allowing us to record content. So right now we're pretty busy with recording content. So when the website will be live in about 2 months, give or take, hopefully by, I would say, end of June, somewhere July, um, it will have already enough content to start users to participate and to enjoy the cool videos that we're recording now.
It seems awesome, man. I'm really excited, and I want to talk more about what you just said because there's a lot to go into there. Can you tell me about how you guys met and sort of what your history is together? Because I was talking to one of the Zydar guys, and they said, this is not a joke. He's like, Shai just walks up to a club and he just gets in because people just know you, and I think it relates to our conversation because it's cool, but also because it kind of shows your relationship with the music industry. Can you talk a little bit how you met and maybe what your connections are in the EDM, because it seems like you know everybody.
Yeah, sure. It's actually started about 2.5 years ago. The fact that we're talking about this project now and it's already in a very developed stage and we have what to look at, it started 2.5 years ago. We're working on this platform development, and I'll let Ray to say how we met, because it's a pretty funny story. So you go.
Yeah, you basically had me shit my pants. All right, so I'll give the short version, which is not so short, but basically I work in the tech industry. I have my own consultancy, and I have people coming up to me literally daily with business ideas and project ideas, asking about crypto, and my bullshit detector is really high level. So I don't really take on projects. I do my own thing. But a good friend of mine called me, and he's like, hey, there's this crypto project that's looking for somebody to advise. I instantly roll my eyes because I get this all day long. And he's like, no, take this guy seriously. Have a quick call with him. He's doing things in the music industry. So I get onto a call, and basically I talk to Shai for the first time. And he's telling me he has connections in the music industry and all this good stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And we talk. I give him a little bit of information about Radix because I think Radix is absolutely amazing. But along the way, he's like, yeah, look, I can have, I have connections to tons of bands, tons of artists, and let's do something. So he starts mentioning artist names, and one of them I happen to be a massive fan of. Like when I'm coding, I'm listening to them like at least 2 hours a day. So he mentions them, and I basically shit myself. I'm like, sure, you have connections to these guys, right? And he's like, yeah, definitely, I have connections to these guys. You want to meet them? I'm like, bring them to my house. Let's see. I know they live in
Bring it to
Israel
my
and
house.
California. So I'm like, fuck this. Let's see how far I can
That's
push
a real challenge, bro.
Right?
That's like next level challenge.
Why
Bring them to my
not?
house. If you can get them in your house, you're doing good.
Let's do this. Let's see. If you could do that, I'll do anything for you. So he's like, okay. I'm like, okay. A week later, he gives me a call. He's like, Ray, we're coming over tomorrow. I'm like, okay, who's we? He's like, we're coming over tomorrow. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Let's chat. So he comes over about, I don't know, sometime in the late afternoon the next day, and with him is one of the artists from that band. And I'm like, hi! Like, I'm trying to play it cool, basically shitting myself. We end up talking about the project for hours, just smoking weed in my basement, and it was like the highlight of my life. So from that moment on, I know that Shai just has access to everybody, and dude blew my mind. We end up going out to a club late that night, and actually that artist, I don't know if I can say who it is, but that artist is giving me stories about Shai and how Shai basically helped him out, and just the badassery of Shai. So from there, I know I'm in good hands, and I want to be involved in this project. And from there, the rest is history.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of your videos on Instagram. I can definitely say that you have a lot of connections. And is his name Lee, the moderator in the Telegram? He said you're going to like what's the big one in Europe, Tomorrowland?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike are probably like my favorite EDM band, and he said they're going to be at like one of the festivals you're covering. It's like this is really cool shit.
Yeah,
how did you get involved in that kind of industry?
We were just with them about a month ago in London with them and Vinny Vici, which we filmed this event as well. And we have a connection with a lot of, again, artists, and once we were in an event with the artist, the other artist and the production started to ask us about the cameras, about all the equipment that we're using, because obviously you can see right away that this is like a different level equipment, and this is not something that you see on a daily basis. And they are very familiar with this equipment and technology, but they also know that there is a major issue of editing and editors and basically the after event production about these videos, and all these issues that they're facing now that they want to use this technology. I already solved this a year and a half ago, right after I started this project, because those are the main things in this industry right now. The technology is so advanced, and whoever is dealing with this technology, first of all, there's not too many, and it's very expensive. So that's why it doesn't work for the production company to film and to use this technology. But because this is the project, what the project is about, then obviously we have in-house editors, and they work remotely, different countries, and this is how I was able to get it like at a really low cost, that it will make sense for this project to exist and to do all these recordings, and once they getting exposed to all this technology by us, they starting to ask from us, can you also do it for us? And obviously I say yes, because we in the race for content, and other DJ ask and production ask, and that's how it's getting developed into a different artists, different venues, and it's only growing. So we're very happy from the way that it's going.
So you'd say the cool part of your job is kind of like a side benefit. What you're really offering is like benefit to the musicians, in far as getting this like overwhelming 3D imaging to the consumer. Like you're helping them out with that, so making their lives easier.
In some way, because if you'll tell now an artist, here I'm doing all this cool stuff, And again, this is why we invested all this time in developing this platform that can sustain 360 videos in 6K and 8K. That when we'll have this content, we'll have where to upload it, because there is no other platform right now that we know of that can sustain 6 and 8K videos in 360.
Yeah.
So if I'll offer now an artist, here, I'm gonna give you your whole set in 360, 6 or 8K, he's not gonna be interested, because where is gonna upload it to? Where is gonna show it to his fans? So
Yeah,
this
that's a
is
lot of data. I see your point.
so this is why when we're offering this service to him, and it's for free, because obviously if he needs to pay for it and it doesn't have where to show it to his fans, then obviously it doesn't make sense for him. But when he's getting this service for free, and we're getting the content, exclusive content, that we can have it on our website, and then when there is enough content, the artist will start to push his fans to Reizor website to see this content. Then this is where it's all come into play.
Yeah, it seems like I see a lot of value too in like the sense of, let's say there's like a COVID issue, or maybe the band I want to see follow is in another country and I want to go over there. Those sort of opportunities seem like they would benefit the artist and the consumer.
It's more than that, because again, it's not just the artist. In Reizor website, we're not selling any commercials, and we're not selling any advertisement space. And in the website, every artist have his own page within Reizor website. Venues, productions, everybody will have their own page in Reizor website, and they will upload the content that we're filming to their page. They're gonna have their own merchants that they can sell. They can sell music for download. They can give it for free. Pictures. Now there is gonna be a lot more into it, because it's not just if there is COVID or you cannot just leave your house. Then okay, cool, let's see it.
This is like a whole platform, you're saying.
This is a whole platform that you can view content from every artist, from every venue that you like, and you cannot physically get there. Obviously, not too many people have right now the VR headset. This is why it's also supporting it on any desktop and on our app, and any other iOS or Android devices. But if you do have the VR headset and you will watch all this content on the VR headset, this is a totally different experience. And when the market will be there in a few years, that VR headset will be more accessible and people will use it more and will experience more and more content, then you can basically be in any country in the world and see any artist on the other side of the world. And that's the idea. Or maybe some artist, you're not willing to pay $500 or $1,000 for a ticket, but if you'll sit in your living room with the VR headset on and you'll pay $20 for it, for example, just throwing numbers, then you would do it. You would.
Yeah, and you
So
could
this is the whole
potentially.
concept of Razer, basically to be able to participate in any party of the world from anywhere in the world, and to feel like you're there in a 360 environment.
And is it? I kind of got the impression when we talked last time that you can actually pick, like, let's say I want to be backstage, which is something like your average fan maybe wouldn't have the option to do. Is that an option on some concerts that I could be like wearing my
Yes.
headset and see what it looks like backstage with my artist?
Correct. So probably in the first few live streams, we will not have this option. We will have only the option that we will choose for the user. So we're gonna have our own tech guy. We will have a few point of views, but we will choose once in a while. We're gonna switch between the views, but later on we're gonna have a menu button that the viewer can switch for himself. Which point of view would he like? Backstage, on the stage, in the crowd, wherever that will have like a camera position, that's going to be his point of view, and he will be able to switch for himself.
It sounds awesome, man. So just to sum it up for people that are just coming in, basically, as a consumer, I can put on an Oculus headset or something, or I could watch it on my TV as well if I'd rather do that. And I was like, let's say I'm having a party at my house and I want to put it on the TV because it's a cool band. I could do that, or I could put on the headset and I could basically have the experience of being there to a certain degree because I can kind of look around in 3D of the concert. Is that kind of the experience that you're providing?
I would separate the TV from the headset, because if you play it on the TV, unless you're gonna keep moving with the remote left and right in order to get the 360 interaction, it's one thing. But obviously with the headset, it's a different experience. But yes, the whole idea is that to make the user, the participant, the feeling that he's there. He can choose the different point of views that he would like, and even if he watch it from the computer, it's still going to be cool because it's a totally different videos. And again, those are exclusive videos that we're recording, so it's not like you can go to any other platform
Right.
and to see it.
So this is stage one, right? And you have a lot of collaborations
Yeah.
there, and this is happening now. So
Yes.
we're ready. We're going to be hosting videos now, and you're going to be going and doing the first venue, the first concert very soon in October.
October 7, yeah.
But this is stage one. It's happening. Stage two, there's a lot more things going on. A lot more features. I don't know what we can talk about and what we can't. But on a high level, we mentioned things like the voting and the perks and interactions with artists. So there's a lot more cool things coming. This is just a taste.
Is that am I understanding that correctly though? That like when you have the Oculus headset on in the future, you can actually look around and it'll look like it'll be. Or do you have a fixed point of view, or can you look around with your headset on?
No, you can look around and it's already working. We finished our testing on it, and again, I would say by the end of June, everything is already will be uploaded to the website. You will be able to see it on the website. And as far as to see it on an Oculus headset, that's our second stage.
You should talk about the difference between the 360 and that immersive VR, because the immersive. So sorry to interrupt here, but oh my God! So Shai comes to my house a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "Ray, you have to see this." And I'm like, "All right, cool. What is it?" He's showed me 360 videos before, and they're always awesome. But he puts on basically a full, I don't know what they call it, like it was just a full 3D. Like I was actually there. Like I can move in and out, and like there was volumetric data. That's the only way for me to describe it, right? So it felt as if I was actually there, like in a VR game or whatever. But we were on stage. I forgot what the artist was, but
it was white noise.
It was white. Yeah, it was badass.
White noise in Poland. Yeah.
It's crazy. It wasn't just 360 where you can look and it's like a flat image that's 360. It feels like you're actually there.
Oh,
I don't know if you were able
there's
to
actually depth to the
There was
image.
depth. Yeah, it was really cool.
Now again, this is going to be also unique videos to Reizor VR platform, which this is in our next stage, and hopefully it will be ready by the end of the year. But until then, the user will be able to enjoy all this content on the website or any other devices like tablet and so on.
Cool. I think I'm going to skip. I want to come talk about the team members, but maybe before we do that, can we talk about how the program relates to Radix and how you got involved with Radix over like another platform like Ethereum, for example?
Yeah. Do you want me to take that one? Or
yeah. Go ahead.
All right, why not? So I've been looking at Radix for a very long time. Back from when they were, mainly focusing on, transaction speeds. And I saw them evolve. And at the same time, I saw how Ethereum was evolving and a lot of the other L1s. And Ethereum, the big thing is, besides the fact that they're slow, is that, my God, every day there was another hack. And it was
Sure.
insane how many projects were getting hacked. Even video games, like games that were running on Ethereum. Like, I forgot which bridge that was, but there was a game, what was Axie Infinity, where like $1 billion was stolen. That's insane. So
Yeah.
between the security, the ease of building, and the transaction speed, and we're going to need a lot of speed with transactions as certain features come out in the future. Especially, let's say you have like a large venue, and all of a sudden we want, let's say 50,000 people to vote at that venue, what the next song will be. We're going to need to make sure that, we can handle that, or, the L1 can handle that. So between all of that, Radix is a no-brainer. We looked at other L1s, we looked at Solana, we looked at a bunch, but in the end, just Radix had the entire stack. It was exactly what we needed.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I agree with your points. Will you be taking advantage of the transaction manifest at all? For like, if you're going to sign, let's say you're going to buy some Reizor tokens or something, you would be able to see like what you're going to purchase ahead of time. Will you be using like the mobile wallet features, or how will that work? It's going to interact with your website, or would it be on the mobile wallet, or maybe you're still working that out?
So we're still working that out. We're building the Reizor app, so the majority of the features are going to run directly through the app. I'm not sure if we're going to work with the mobile wallet yet. We haven't really dug deeply into that. But right now, we're building out that app, and yeah, you're going to be interacting with it through there. There's a couple of other things that we're doing, because we want to build in other layers of security beyond, not beyond, but with different needs than what Radix, like vanilla Radix is going to have. Like, for example, you're at a venue and you're voting, and you're using the weight of, let's say, 10,000 Reizor to do that vote. And now that Reizor, people know that you have that because you're taking out your phone and you're voting with that. The person next to you might see you having that. We want to make sure that you can't send that Reizor from the app, because it's a security thing. Like, you're at a venue and people see you're holding like a lot of money worth of something. We want to make sure that you're protected. So that we're gonna add extra features into the app itself in order to protect you. That's one of many things that we're going to be doing. So I think that the majority of this is going to be through the app.
But you will be. The token is going to be listed on Radix, or I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure like how it interacts with the ecosystem. And I know that you're figuring all of that out. I'm just trying to get a better idea for like people that are interested in your products, so they kind of know, because they can actually buy tokens from you through the Telegram, right? Or there's a link in there to pick up Reizor tokens.
Yeah, so they're doing a private sale right now. That's more of a Shai question than a Ray question. But so the token is out. The token exists. You can have it. You can send it. You can do whatever you need to do. And eventually, there will be other ways that it interacts with the ecosystem. We're going to have a lot of collaborations, especially with a lot of the earlier projects. I don't know how much I can talk about that.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I don't want to put you on the spot either, because we didn't really talk about that ahead of time. I was just trying to kind of find out, so I sort of know, like, why Radix versus, like you said, Solana. It sounds like you're still working out the details, but I get the value.
So why Radix? One, the community. We're members of the community, and we've been members for a very long time. But also, like I said, the speed and the security are the two big things for us, right? We don't want to, every time we issue an update, have to worry about taking a long time to actually issue that update with tons of code audits and everything, along the way. I know a bunch of the projects personally, Florian from OC and Zaidar, Citlik and Remy, and we're always talking about the security and the ease of coding with this. So it just, on the technical side, it just seemed like a no-brainer.
Yep, it makes sense. And I guess just to talk about a couple of those points from like my perspective, you're getting more security through Scripto, right? Because it's more modular. The stuff is pre-built. More security if you choose to use it through the transaction manifest, so you can see what you're going to be signing, which is one of the big issues is Ethereum, right? Is people get tricked into signing for things that they don't realize that they're getting ready to give away all their tokens, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And then I think just in general, it's going to be a secure and fast system because it's full stack. Everything is working together, native asset recognition. So I agree with all your points. I'm just mentioning that for anybody that's like tuning in that doesn't know what Radix is.
100%. Definitely recommend you research Radix. It's amazing.
Cool, man. Can you tell us about your team members a little bit? Somebody asked me if one of your guys was truly worked at Tesla. And I said, do your own research. Go look him up. Find out. I did see him on LinkedIn, so I believe that it is true. But I
So
don't know if you want to introduce your other team members at all.
yes, I'll take the honor to do that. So we have Reizor from Infected Mushroom in this project, and
Awesome.
also this is how this project started. Basically by me being at his house, and about 2.5 years ago, and he introduced me to this to the VR headset to play a game, and then I was actually trying to see where I can see music events, and there was none. And this is how the whole thinking started. Why can we not see events? Why can we not see festivals? Why we cannot see concerts? Um, but in a different level, right? For the VR, and in a better quality that whatever was uploaded to the VR at the time. And this is how the whole concept started. And between the idea and the connections, it's all came to play. And so Erez Eisen from Infected Mushroom is on this project. Yoni Ramon, which is the head of security for Tesla, and yes, this is true. Which Yoni Ramon is a good friend of Erez Eisen, the artist that on this project, and me and Erez ourselves are childhood friends. We go from basically age 0 together. And we
Awesome.
have CFO, we have Cybrella, a cybersecurity company, which they are also part of this project. They have equity and also token holder in this project. They believe in this project from the first minute they got introduced to it, and they providing obviously the cybersecurity. We have attorneys on record, and just I don't know if everyone knows, but Reizor token is registered in the USA and got approved by the SEC with all the legal documents. Um, and I think some of the community members and investors already obviously saw it. So we're here to stay. We're looking at the long run, and this is a project that will be here for years.
Do you want to talk about the tokenomics at all? I don't know if you want to get into that, or if that's a more of a conversation for investors. But if there's anything you want to say about your project at all, or tokenomics, or anything else you want to discuss, I'd love to hear it. Otherwise, we'll probably offer people a chance to ask questions.
Yeah, I can speak briefly on the tokenomics. So we have 525 million tokens in the supply. Um, Out of it, 55% will be for operation and trading, and then we have some more for airdrops, bounty, and marketing, management, and all this, and pre-sale, and all this good stuff. Um, in total, we're looking to sell up to 50 million tokens altogether, and the rest will be for memberships, live streams, and so on.
Do you have? Are you going to have any interactions with other companies like Blockbuster or anything on the website when it's live and fully functional?
So the users will be also able on Reizor website to purchase tickets to concerts. They will be able to convert Reizor tokens that they have to tickets at the value of the ticket. Also, we're going to have a cool feature that you can hunt Reizor tokens. So you
Nice.
can. So we will spread the tokens where based on the registration of the community of our members on the website, on the platform. They don't have to give full disclosure where exact address, only city and state. And based on that, we'll start with the time that we'll start accumulate users to start to spread tokens Reizor that they can hunt. And once you accumulate tokens, you can convert them to tickets and get free tickets due to these conversions and other cool stuff, merchandise and whatever will be offered on the website.
Sounds cool, man. Is that like geolocation? Like they'll
Yeah.
have to like go to a physical location to find
Correct. Yes.
Neat.
Go of
Yeah. Yeah. Pokemon Go Reizor.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to talk about as far as the tech or the product that you haven't mentioned that you think is cool? And maybe while you're thinking about the answer to that, if anybody wants to raise their hand or ask me a question in the comments, then I can bring you up or whatever works. But why they're coming up questions, Shai? Anything else you want to say?
So as far as the website and collaborations, our ticket purchasing, we already have an API set up with Ticketmaster. We're already working on some metaverse concert with collaboration with Network. We have a lot of other cool stuff that we're planning and will come to the website that until it's not signed and sealed, I would rather not to speak about it because maybe it will happen, maybe not. But we're always thinking about new collaborations, new ideas that will make the artist and the user to be a part of this project.
Cool, man. Well, I'm really happy that you guys are here with us. It's really fun. I see your videos on Instagram every day. I have a really small presence on Instagram just to kind of maintain my Radix ambassador stuff over there. But I man, you got a ton of videos on there. It's cool.
Yes, we
You have
have
a large following on there too. It looked like.
Yeah, we have a lot of exclusive videos that we're editing. We have other videos that with artists. Yeah, it's growing.
Sweet, dude. Thanks for coming to speak with me. Any questions from anybody? People get pretty shy. Let me just check the comments and make sure there's nothing here. I think we're good, man. I guess we're gonna wrap it up then.
Okay.
Ray, anything else from you, sir, before I let you go?
No, just very excited to be working with the Radix community and to see this project, go from its infancy to what it's going to be.
It's cool. Yeah, man. On that point, it's really cool, and maybe it's a good time to mention. I feel the energy in both like your community and also in Radix in general. Like the price is kind of stabilized right now, but those pumps we've been getting is just like affirmation that the community is excited that Radix is building cool stuff.
Yeah,
and I think that it's an exciting time. You know, it was a rough year when we were going through this trough, but I think that people are starting to take notice. You know, we even got Crypto Man Rand to open his eyes, so it's cool.
Yeah, yeah. You saw even on that little pump how excited everybody got. Like we all know it's coming. We just we don't know when. I mean, I'm assuming Babylon, but we're in exciting times. I cannot wait to see what the next few months hold for us.
Yeah, it's a good time to grow your project, and it really coincides nice with the Bitcoin halving. So yeah, it's good to be in the crypto space right now, and I know it probably seems dark to some people, and there's definitely dark stuff going on in the world. But at the same time, like this is not financial advice, but like a bear market is the time to get into projects, right? You don't want to buy at the top. You want to make smart decisions when other people aren't paying attention. So, bravo to everybody that's around in the space right now. So, I guess I'll close with that. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on and talking to us, man. It's been cool. You're doing some cool stuff, so appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Take care, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.